Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today we're going to fire up the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe once again, and we're going to cook a Boston butt, and we're going to run it overnight. So let's get started. First thing we got to do to get started on this butt cook is season our butt. I've got an 8 3/4 pound bone-in Boston butt here that I bought, and I'm going to put my rub on here. And today I'm just using my 50-50 blend of my Man Cave Meals AP Mojo and Pork Mojo from Atlanta Grill Company. So we're going to get this coated. And once you get a good coat of your rub on there, you've got two options. You can go straight to the grill at this point, or you can do like I do, and I'm going to wrap this guy up tightly in plastic and let this live in my refrigerator. And I like to go for at least 12 hours, but 24 hours is optimal. But today we're going to get about 12 hours on this one. The next thing I need to do is prep my grill. So I have taken the grill grates and the heat deflector out, and I want to use my shop vac to vacuum out the ash and debris that's left behind in the fire pot from my last cook. And it's always a good practice just to vacuum out any of that ash, but this needs to be done before every cook. Okay, it is 9:30 in the evening. We're going to fire up the Pellet Joe. I'm just going to turn the switch up to the second notch, which should bring us up to about 225 degrees Fahrenheit. And I've got everything cleaned out like I showed you earlier. I'm just going to close the lid, and we're going to let this grill come up to temperature for 20 or 30 minutes before we put the Boston butt on. Okay guys, my Pellet Joe's running here right at 220, 225. It's right on the money there. So we're going to get this butt on here, and I'm just going to take it, set it right in the middle of the grill, and I'm going to close that dome lid, and I probably won't look at this thing again for 12 hours. I loaded this thing up with pellets this afternoon. I forgot to show you that. I'm going to put a picture up here on the screen of what the pellet hopper looks like when it's full. I used the pellet scoop that came with the Joe and dumped pellets in there, and to get it good and full, you kind of toss them in there. Once it gets up to the level, you just kind of use that scoop to sling pellets in there and get it good and full. I have run a test, so I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to run for at least 12 hours, if not longer, without needing any additional fuel. So when we get to the 12-hour mark, I will show you what's in the pellet hopper before we actually look at the Boston butt in the morning. Okay guys, it's the next morning. We've been going right at 11 hours on this cook, and I want you to have a look at that. Man, that guy's looking beautiful. It's I don't know where we are on our temperature yet. Let's have a look. We're at about 178. This guy's ready to wrap. I'm going to double wrap this guy in foil, and I'm going to put it back on, and we're going to ramp the temperature up to 300 degrees to finish it. But I want to show you what's left in the pellet hopper so far after 11 hours. So after 11 hours, we've still got, it's kind of dark, hard to see in there. There's still a lot of pellets here. I'm guessing that I've got 2 or 3 hours at a minimum left in here, maybe even a little more. So I'm going to go ahead and top it off, but we're going to keep right on cooking. We're at 12 hours and 15 minutes on this cook, and I think we're going to be ready. Man, that thing looks amazing. So let's see where we are We're at about 201. It's not, it's really probe tender out here, but out here over the bone, I think I'm gonna give it about 15 more minutes, maybe 20, and then I'm gonna take this off and rest it, and I'll be back with you when we're ready to pull it apart. Okay, we've been resting this butt for 2 hours, so we're gonna unwrap it together and we're gonna have a look at it. I'm gonna get that bone out of there. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna let that little piece of meat escape us there. And then I'm just gonna roll it out here into my pan. So I guess the first thing everybody's gonna want to see is the smoke ring. So let me flip this guy back over. Let me get a knife out here and let's just pull it apart a little bit and have a look. Can you see that? That looks delicious. That looks like a beautiful smoke ring. I'm gonna stop here, take a quick picture of that, and then we're just gonna pull this apart. This looks perfect. That's a beautiful bark. I'm really happy with that. So let me get finished pulling on this, and then we're going to come back and do some taste tests. I've got this pulled apart, and man, this thing smells amazing too. Let me get a little piece of that here with some bark on it. Oh yeah. This is excellent. I'm totally happy with this. This does have a light smoke profile, just like you would expect from a pellet grill, but it's delicious. It's got a beautiful aroma, taste, texture. Everything about this is perfect for what it is. Everything about this is perfect as far as I'm concerned. It came out as good as I would expect. I'm very happy with it. The Pellet Joe did an amazing job with this. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I got to get this stuff packaged up. And stay tuned, because I think what we're going to do next on the Pellet Joe is a pizza. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.